It's me, Johnny Thompson. I'm here at the Magic Castle, and Chris Angel and I are going to be showing you how to become a mind freak. We're going to show you several mind freaks, and we hope that, yes.
Johnny, we got to get inside. We're at the legendary Magic Castle here in Hollywood, California. And we're going to teach some mind freaks, huh?
Absolutely. We're going to make them all mind freaks.
First, they're going to, like, see the performance.
And then they'll see how to do it.
Then they're going to practice it in front of a mirror.
Correct.
And then they're going to fool their friends. So let's get started.
One last thing. Remember, don't tell the secrets.
Well, then we'll be out of a job.
That's correct.
Come on, let's go. We got to
follow us, guys.
After you, sir.
Okay.
This way?
Well, they're doing really well tonight. They must know you're here.
Yeah, well, actually, no, they know you're here.
Well, of course. I didn't want to say it myself.
All right, how do we get in this place?
Well, you know, you have to say the magic words into the owl.
Alakazam?
No.
Hocus pocus? Oh, those are the old magic words,
yes,
right?
Try your own.
Oh, you mean Magic Castle is getting, like, totally provocative.
Yes.
Watch this. Mind freak.
See what I mean?
Pretty good. I'm getting up in the world, huh?
Yes, indeed. They know who you are.
All right. You know, a lot of people think having the ability to do things like this or, you know, things like that is pretty impressive. But I disagree with them. Compared to our good friend, actually, you know him a little better than I do because you're a little older than me, Eric Weiss, a.k.a.
Oh, you mean Harry Houdini?
Yes.
Oh, so know him well.
Yeah, he's amazing. And since he's passed, does really more amazing magic than he's ever done in his entire existence on the planet Earth. And actually, we're going to try something right now with Eric, right? Actually, Erica, I want you to remove, if you will, any card at all that you'd like, any card at all, and show it to us. Okay, you could take a look at it as well.
No, it's good luck.
Okay. Place it face up on the table. Would you say that everything up to this point has been completely fair?
Mm-hmm.
You took the deck. You selected any card that you wanted, right? I have a cell phone in my hand, but it's not on. And what we're going to do is, actually, you know him a little bit better, so I'm going to give you the phone. We are going to call the spirit of Houdini right now.
Hi, I'd like to speak to Harry Houdini, please. Harry? Hold on one moment.
Hi, Harry.
Hello.
How are you
You're
doing?
thinking of a card now, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
The Seven of Spades.
Oh, my God.
Thanks, Harry. Eric, we'll see you later. It's Chris. Bye. And for those people at home that might think, or the people that are here right now, that all these cards are the Seven of Spades, I want you to take the deck, turn it over, and take a look at all the different cards that are there.
Wow.
The only seven of spades.
There you have it. Wow. Good job. I talked to the spirit of Houdini, and he said that he will cooperate. Yes. The Wizard.
The Wizard's card trick is a card trick that's been around for over 50 years.
It's great.
It's one of the few tricks you can do long distance on the telephone. It's a wonderful trick. You spread a deck of cards face up on the table, and you tell someone to pull a card out. Doesn't matter what card they pull out. All you want to do is be able to see what it is. And you tell them it doesn't matter that you see it. And you explain to them that the person who's going to tell them the name of their card by means of the telephone is the Wizard.
Or Houdini. We
or
said
Houdini. We used Houdini.
Because you know Houdini.
Yes. It could be anyone, but normally it's been called the Wizard's card trick. Right. Now you go to the telephone and you dial a friend's number who is in on this.
That would be me.
Okay. And so I dial, and when the phone is picked up, I say, I can either say, is Houdini here or is the Wizard here? And for this, we'll use the Wizard. I'd like to speak to the Wizard, please.
Clubs, spades, hearts.
Yes, the Wizard. Now, you notice when he said hearts, I stopped him by saying, yes, the wizard, so we know it's a heart. Now he continues.
Ace, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Wizard, just a moment. Someone would like to speak to you. Now you hand the phone to the person. They ask the name of their card, and this is what they hear.
This is the wizard. The card that you're thinking of is the 8 of hearts.
It's a wonderful mystery and will fool the heck out of them. Used to be a Hibaro Indian. Used to be.
Gonna show the classic sleight of hand move with a coin, known as the
The French drop, or as they say in French, le tourniquet.
Merci beaucoup. Quarter, place it into my hand, I take the straw, wave it over there just like that, and it completely vanishes. Now watch. I still don't understand how it gets inside the straw. You know, Johnny, there's a lot of different ways you can make a coin vanish, but the classic is obviously the French drop.
Le tourniquet.
Exactly. We're going to illustrate that right now,
Why don't you show them and I'll explain what you're doing.
and then we'll actually show them how to do 2 tricks.
Correct. First of all, the position you're holding it is very important between your thumb and your first 2 fingers. And now the left hand comes over and starts to cover the coin. The coin is allowed to fall into the palm of his hand as he pretends with his left hand to take it.
So what that would look like if you were looking straight on is this.
And it looks like he's taken the coin and he can make it disappear. That's the basic sleight. Why don't you do it one more time so they can see exactly what happens. Comes over, it falls into his hand, and of course, it's gone. Now,
Do we want to show the finger positioning?
Yes,
that once
I
it
think
falls into the hand.
once you've mastered the technique of vanishing a coin via the method called the French drop,
Which they should probably practice many, 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 many
Oh,
times
yes.
in front of a mirror.
this is actually sleight of hand, so it does take a high degree of skill,
Yes.
and you have to practice quite often to make it work well.
And another little thing that they can try is to actually take the quarter. You know, instead of doing the French drop, really take the coin in your hand to see what that would look like and what that feels like.
Then you can emulate the action.
So it
and-
looks the same.
Exactly correct.
When you've mastered that, then you can move on.
To the revelation, which we call blowout. Now you're going to place the straw under your arm. This is a technique magicians generally use with a magic wand, so it works well for this particular trick, blowout, which is the revelation of the vanished coin. First we vanish the coin, and immediately Chris goes over with the hand hiding the coin and picks up the straw to tap his hand and make the coin apparently disappear. Now he places the straw up to his mouth and we produce blowout, which is when the coin apparently comes flying out through the end of the straw.
Good effect.
It's a great effect. What Chris is going to do right now is teach you another version of the coin vanish or the French drop, le tourniquet. And the important thing is a different revelation, a way to reproduce it. Why don't you show him, Chris?
Actually, I'm just going to break some bread with my friends.
Oh, that's a close, close second.
Oh, you talking French now? Can anybody have a quarter, please? You have a quarter? Oh, perfect. You have the quarter, you take it, you place it into your hand. You vanish it just like this, or any means you want to. As I said before, we're going to break some bread. This is how we're going to break some bread. You take the dinner roll, and you just break some bread. You open it up, you reach inside, and look, look, look. Inside, you'll see something, I believe, something right over here, inside the midst of the roll. And you know what I should have done?
What?
I should have had him sign the quarter.
Absolutely.
Because that is the same quarter that you actually use throughout the entire effect. There's no two coins, just one. And you can actually have somebody sign it. Now they're going to be able to do a version that's better than what we just did. All right, enough of this.
I've heard
That's
that.
it, that's it, that's it. No more, no more, no more. You ready for another one?
Yes. Shall we show them the other revelation?
Put me in, coach. Put me in.
Okey-doke. The second revelation,
Oh, I like
which
this.
is called the coin in the dinner roll. This is a classic. It's been done for hundreds of years, and it's still a very effective revelation.
And they can pick any roll.
They can take any roll. So vanish the coin once again. He vanishes the coin. He asks for someone to hand him a roll. They do. He places the coin directly under the roll. And now, by breaking the roll and pushing with the fingers underneath, he can actually force the coin up into the dinner roll, so when it breaks open, it appears to come out of the center of the roll.
See that?
Yes.
Let me see.
And you can actually have this quarter signed.
Sure.
So that you can pull out
the very same coin.
the signed coin.
That's the coin from the dinner roll.
Hi. Would you like to see something? Yeah. Yeah? Okay, I'll show you. That's why you're here. Ah, okay. I thought you were here to... Huh?
Thank you, Joanne.
We done? Can I show you something now? Okay. What is that? Can you examine it? Can you examine it? And would you be so kind as to look at the date on that quarter?
Okay.
You have a good memory?
Yeah.
Memorize it. Don't let me know what it is. Okay? Here. Let's see, I'm gonna just grab a couple packets here. What do you like, the right one or the left one?
Left.
You like the left one?
Yeah.
Okay, check it out. I'll check this one out, we'll leave this one there. Okay, actually, open it up. This, if you could, just open it up over here. Check, make sure there's nothing inside that. So once you see, you could,
Could have had either one.
yeah.
Okay. You want to pour it out?
Yeah, pour it out. Okay?
Yeah.
Nothing in there, right?
No.
Well, you're lying. There's some sweet and low in there. All right. All right, but seriously, okay, so you had a free, it's free, right? Free choice?
Yeah,
Right?
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
good. I want to show you an effect with the quarter. You memorize the date, okay? I'm going to do this very, very slowly for you. Take the quarter, I place it into my hand. Now watch, it's just going to go like this and like this. That's all that I do. But it gets better. Watch.
To let him pour it out.
Yeah? Okay. You know what? We'll do that. Go ahead, you pour it out.
Right into my hand.
Oh.
And look at that. Wait, can you look at the date on it? What was the date before, by the way?
1996.
And what is that?
1996.
It's the same quarter. And that's for fixing my hair. Thank you very much.
I'd applaud, but I get...
You know what?
Swing
Keep that.
whoever
You'll need that later.
Okay,
All
thank
right?
you.
Isn't that beautiful?
Yes, it is. But it has nothing to do with the trick, but it looks good.
It does look good. Not as good
As the pinch vanish.
the pinch vanish, which is a great, great vanish. It's kind of interesting because the French drop is like this, the pinch is like this. The first thing you got to do with the pinch vanish is just to do exactly what it sounds like. Pinch the coin. Pinch it and practice pinching it. This is the side view of it. so that when you combine that with your hand, I'm a righty, so I keep the coin over here, make it appear that I'm placing it in my left hand. But what really happens, Johnny, as I take the coin and bring it to my left hand, I pinch it and close my hands around it at the same time, creating an illusion that I left the coin in my left hand. Really, the coin is over here.
Absolutely.
Pinched.
You do it in regular time?
Yeah, in
now?
regular time it looks great. Watch.
It's absolutely fantastic.
Now, when you combine that with the next move, there's 3 different moves that make up this version of the pinch vanish. It is pretty astonishing. You have the coin over here, you come by, you create the illusion that you're putting it into your hand, you're really pinching it, closing your hands around it, and as you remove your hands, you drop the coin in your lap. So it's not even there anymore.
And now both hands are clean at this point.
Yeah, and now I'm just going to go like this, watch. And it appears that the coin has vanished.
That's the pinch vanish. Now we're going to combine it with another effect.
I want to add something else.
Yes.
It's very important, a couple little tips, to keep your legs together when you're lapping. That is called lapping. When you're dropping a coin on your lap, you're lapping. So you don't want to keep your legs open because the obvious will happen. The coin will fall through and your spectators will hear it.
And, you know, along with that, some people actually cross their legs to make sure that they have kind of a pocket for it to fall into.
Yes, I prefer just to keep my legs
Yeah.
tight together. I find it to be best for me. You've just learned a wonderful technique known as the pinch vanish to make a coin dematerialize. Now you're going to learn how to employ it in an actual effect. This is called sugar coin, not to be mistaken, Johnny, for sugar daddy. You're going to need to do some preparations prior to the performance, which require 2 quarters exactly the same, meaning that they should have the exact same date on both. Once you have that, place them on the table, get some sweet and low. That works quite nicely. You're going to make an incision in the back, a slit, if you will, a little pocket, and you'll see why.
Use a pair of scissors, you can use a knife, even a fork will tear through it.
Okay. Now, you also have to be very careful not to tear through
The front side.
the entire thing, or else it won't work. You want to basically make a pocket in the back, just like that, like a little mouth, that you can take one of the quarters and place it in there. And then get to the bottom if you can, and then just flatten it out so it doesn't appear to be open.
Correct.
Take that and remember where it is amongst all the other sweeteners. Now you're set, you're ready to roll. You take your quarter, you have somebody examine it. Sir, would you examine that? And make note of the date on that quarter.
I've done that.
Okay, perfect. I'm going to take the quarter and I'm going to make it vanish just like this using my pinch vanish. Look at that, it's gone. Would you be kind enough, sir, to pass me the bowl of sweeteners? Let's see. We're going to use these 2. Select the hand. This one? This is the one that you like? Okay, we'll use that one then. Now, if you would have selected the other hand, the same outcome would happen. Sir, select the hand.
That one.
All right, let's disregard that one.
So regardless, no matter what they say,
You're going to end up
going
with
to
the
use
one
coin.
with the quarter in there.
Gotcha.
So, once you've done it, sir, which one?
This one.
This one? We'll use that one then. Going to tear open and make sure you keep the slit facing you. You don't want to do it this way or else they'll see the pocket. Tear open along the line of the slit that you made. Therefore, you're completely clean right now. You have nothing to hide. I could show you the front and I could show you the back, and there's no pocket anymore because I ripped along that part. Therefore, there's no evidence.
Correct.
Now you can pour out sweet and low, and lo and behold, inside there is a quarter. Sir, tell me, is that the same date? Is that the same quarter?
Absolutely. I can see the date.
Perfect. And that is sugar coin. Again, not to be mistaken for
Sugar daddy.
Johnny,
Yeah.
why am I applauding?
Keep our hands warm. Rather cold down here at the Keller Theater and the Magic Castle cellar, you know.
Here in Hollywood, California.
That's correct.
You know, every time I look at this table, it makes me think of something. You know what?
What?
Money.
Oh, yeah, green. I get
Yeah.
it.
I need some green. Anybody have some green? You have some money?
I think I have.
You have money? Who has money? You have money.
I have $1.
It's not even gonna ask. Not even gonna ask. You know what? I can do something pretty interesting with this doll. Lee, if you want to get in nice and tight on this. I'm gonna fold it in half or as close as possible. I'm gonna create the illusion that I'm actually tearing the doll. And you're actually gonna think that you actually hear it from that. Listen. Okay? You get a shot at it, Lee? Now watch, I'll continue. That. Now we'll get the center completely out. This. I'll place it right into my pocket. So, you want to see it? I'm sorry, I was going to keep it in my pocket, but if you want to check it out, check it out. All right?
It is.
Okay, that is. It's fair. Now watch. I'm going to try to fuse it right back together like this. Watch. Pop. There it is. Good, you can check that out. Pretty amazing, huh?
That's great.
Isn't that good?
Fooled me.
In order to perform the bill tear, you have a little bit of preparation before.
You actually do the trick.
Yes, and that preparation is to get the center torn out of a $1 bill if you're going to do it with a $1 bill. Johnny can hold on to that. Here's the center of that bill. I'm going to fold it in half. And if I was performing this at the table, I'd put it in my lap. If I was performing this standing up, I'd put it in my pocket, preferably a pocket that you could get in and out of quite easily. You borrow a bill, take the bill, show the bill, fold it in half, and then you tear it. I usually say something like, it's going to look like I'm ripping it, it's going to sound like I'm ripping it, but just keep in mind, it's just an illusion. That was an old Doug Henning line. And you're going to tear the bill, actually, above Washington's head, like this, and below his portrait, above the $1 text, right there, like this. So this is what you basically have right now. You see that all right?
It's a reflection of the portion you took out before we started the trick.
Exactly. I want to try to mimic the size that I tore out before, exactly the same here. Now I'm going to create the illusion that I'm going to tear out this center piece. And let me turn around so you can actually see what really happens under cover of your fingers. You have your fingers like this so that they don't see the action. But what really happens is you take your right thumb and you actually fold back the center of the bill. Again, the audience doesn't see this because you have your fingers
Covering it.
exactly. You take your left thumb, you press, keeping this folded back, and you create the illusion that you're ripping it right out. You have nothing in your hand, but you must believe that you have the torn piece. If you don't believe it, the audience is not going to believe it.
Absolutely correct. That's kind of subtext acting, isn't it?
Exactly. Then I take the torn piece and I put it in my lap and I say, oh, you know what? That's not a good place for it. I may lose it there.
And you actually picked up the
It's the
piece you placed
convincer.
there.
It's the convincer. I take the extra piece, which now looks like the piece I tore, but in reality, the piece is still there. Very simple. You're just going to come, and again, I'll turn to show you what this is going to look like.
So this is where you apparently place it back on the
Yeah, I'm going to
bill.
look like I'm mending it back into the fibers of the bill. So when I come back towards the bill, I'm going to cover that and let it drop into finger
Palm
position, yeah, kind of like this. Open up this end, grab it over here. Now notice where that extra piece is. It's right over here. Again, the audience can't see that because my fingers are covering it.
Hidden behind your fingers,
Yeah,
yes.
now I just pull, I keep it taut, and it looks like the bill restored. And you keep both hands in the same position. You don't want to do this because you're going to call attention to the right hand. You want to keep both hands exactly the same. And what it looks like from the back is this. You could see in here is the extra piece that's torn. So you created the illusion that the bill has completely restored itself. But keep in mind, it's still torn. You can actually see that it's torn right over here. It's still torn right there. Yet, when you keep it taut, it looks like it restored itself. You still have the extra piece as well. You got to switch this so that you can give him back the bill. So you have to come up with an excuse. For me, I would just come by and make it look like I was taking the bill and say, oh, I'm sorry, this was your bill. I didn't mean to. I'm not a thief. Take your bill back.
And actually, you've just left the torn bill and the piece
Right in my lap.
In your lap.
And that is the bill tear. Hey, Johnny, I just got this in.
I've seen wands, that's
Johnny.
a pen.
Johnny, I just got this in. Banachek, our good friend, sent me this. He heard we were shooting, wanted to participate. He couldn't be here, but he wanted to actually give us a piece of material that he used. I don't think it's his, but something that he showed me. I think it was a great effect.
He sent it
Piece
to
of
you?
mentalism. He sent it to me. He said I can actually do it for this fine group of people and actually teach it.
Okay.
So I'm going to read the instructions as I do it.
All
See
right.
if it works, right?
Okay.
And you just happen to have the items that we need.
Yes.
We can actually use these items.
Yes.
All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to turn our back. Dora, you're going to help me out. I want you to arrange these three items any way you'd like. You can take the key, put it here, like this, or like this, or like this. Anything you want to do, you do that, okay? And I'm going to give you some instructions, okay? Johnny, turn your back.
All right, turning our back.
Okay,
So
put the
this is
items
kind of
in.
long-distance mind reading.
Yeah. Put the items side by side in any order you'd like. And tell me when you've done that.
Done.
All right, I want you to exchange the coin with the nearest item on the right. If there's nothing to the right of the coin, then leave it where it is. Okay?
Yeah.
Exchange the key with the nearest item on its left. If there's nothing to its left, then leave the key where it is.
Okay.
Now exchange the pen with the nearest item on its right. Again, if there's nothing on its right, leave it where it is.
Are you sure he knows what he's talking about?
Banachek has been known to be a little crazy, but he is a mentalist.
All right, mentalism by long
Yes,
distance. Okay.
yes. I do a little bit of this stuff too, but he's the man. Pick up the item on the far left and put it in your left pocket. Have you done that?
It's my left or your left?
Your left.
Okay.
He did say your left pocket, yes.
You ready?
Yes.
Now pick up the smaller of the two remaining items and put that in your right pocket. Are you right-handed or left? You're right-handed, good. Then pick up the remaining item with your right hand and put that in your shirt pocket, which is where your pen goes. Just as your keys go in your left pocket and your money goes in your right.
Is that correct?
That is correct.
And your money goes in.
Banachek's a real mind reader.
Yeah, he's a mentalist.
And I guess if he could teach it to you by mail, you can teach
Yeah.
it to them.
Yeah, here is the secret. Right here. We're going to show it to you right now, but we can't let them see it.
You fooled me, Banachek. You fooled me.
Yes. Keys, pen, and
Coin.
better known as...
Keys, pen, and coin.
Oh, I thought Banachek invented that.
No, he didn't invent it. He sent it to us. He
Oh,
thought
so
it
he
would
just
be a
wanted
very-
us to refer to him on the DVD.
Oh, he
so
wanted
that
to hear Banachek a few times, of course.
Banachek is like that. He always wants to hear his name, Banachek, you know, and it's unbelievable. He sent you an email, actually. He said, I'll contribute something, and then
Yeah.
I thought it was Banachek's invention. But we won't talk about Banachek. We'll talk about how to actually execute this
The
effect.
pen, keys, and coin.
And how do we do it? It's actually quite simple. You just have to watch the performance and listen to what I say.
Because if you listen to what he says, you'll be able to do the trick.
So
It's
ri-
self-working.
So when I say it, you should probably write it down, right? Write it down, and then read it, and then try it to somebody as you read it, and then memorize it. It's self-working.
Apparently something we didn't do.
Speak for yourself, Johnny. Thank you, thank you. You know, it's no secret that Houdini was an inspiration to my career. It's very apparent if you watch the Mind Freak series. And I think, did you enjoy Houdini's work as well?
Not at all.
That explains it. That explains a lot.
Yeah, well,
Well,
I wasn't impressed.
Would you like to see Houdini's favorite effect that he would perform in
Okay.
impromptu situations like being around the dinner table?
Yeah, I'd like to see it. I may not like it, but I'd like to see it.
All right, well, I'll show you anyway, because they want to see it, correct?
Yes.
All right. It's all done with a bandana or a handkerchief or a napkin, and it could be anything. It could be spoon, knife, fork, quarter, anything. Doesn't matter. But for now, this is what we have handy. Going to take the spoon, place it underneath, and hold it just like this. And what's incredible about this is that you can actually feel.
Yeah, I can feel
Right,
it.
you can feel it underneath as well, right? And don't tell me to
Yeah.
cough. Okay.
Okay.
Good, and you could feel. I don't want you to think Johnny has anything to do with that, right? And you could feel it underneath there, right? Right.
Yeah.
Good, good, good. And you could feel it too as well. And you could feel underneath there as well, right? You could feel that, and you could feel it as well, right? Can you feel that? Can you feel that? And you could feel that, right? You can feel that, and you feel underneath. Go ahead. You can feel underneath. Feel underneath. You got that? Is it good? Fair? Fair? Okay. Now watch. This is what we're going to try to do here. Everybody felt it? Yet, when that happens, it just completely goes. Just like this. On. Poof. Houdini's favorite trick. A lot of people want to know how this one was done.
It's
You know
a
what the
great
secret weapon is? You know what the secret weapon is?
Yeah, I do, but I think you ought to tell the audience as well.
When we show the audience.
Yes. That's Mary, our Confederate.
Yes, and you'll have to have somebody around the table that will be in on this, because the way that this is going to work is you take the spoon and place it underneath the handkerchief. You ask somebody, you can feel it on the outside of the handkerchief, right?
Yes.
You can also feel it,
And now he reaches inside and feels
It's
that
there,
the
right?
spoon is really there.
And
And
you
this
would
goes
continue
around
on.
the table.
and on, and on, and on. I would do the same thing. You could feel it, right?
And now it reaches our Confederate.
Right, you can feel it underneath there as well? You can? Yeah, good, good. And just come over. What happened just now, it's not even here. Mary took it.
Our Confederate stole it out as she reached inside to feel
Yeah,
it.
and what you want to do is, when you're going around with the spoon, you don't have to have everybody touch the top of you. Have one person maybe touch the top over there. Is it still
That's
it's still
correct.
there, right? And it's underneath this, all right?
Yes.
Okay, good. And you check underneath there as well. It's there, right? And you want to check the top of it. It's good, right? Right. And you check underneath it, good. And on top of it, it's good. And you, check underneath there as well. Check underneath there. Is that good?
And that's the moment she steals the spoon.
Right. Actually, if you notice, I brought the handkerchief, the bandana, down a little bit so that I would mask her taking it from the handkerchief, so the table's actually helping.
That's right, to
the
provide
sight line
cover.
there. Yeah, exactly. So now when I come up, people believe everybody touched it, it's still there. Now you make a big deal about it. You can take it like this and say, watch. And you can show that it completely vanished.
It's a real swindle.
Thanks, Mary. Speaking of sneaky sheep, I
I've
remember-
always speak of I can't even say it.
So we're going to do, Penn and Teller, magicians, good friends of ours, right?
Yes.
Planning on bumping them off and robbing their act. We're actually going to be two thieves, which actually works really well with this next thing we're doing, right?
This is me.
Yeah.
That's you.
All right, so I'll take me, put me in my left hand, you in my right hand. Why don't you be Penn, and I'll shut up and be Teller.
All right. So the two thieves hide behind these bushes, and they wait for the sheep herder to leave. When he leaves, they sneak out and grab the sheep. But before they can get away, they hear the sheep herder coming back. So they quickly put the sheep back once again. A little faster, he's walking quickly. Okay. And he comes in, and of course, well, the sheep are there, he's fine. Dusk comes, and he leaves for the evening. So the two sheep herder do the same thing. They rush out, and they grab the sheep. And they relax and decide to sleep for the night and leave with the sheep in the morning. But in the morning, when they wake up, they realize one thing, that the sheep herder was a magician. Because when they wake up, they find that they're just there alone behind that bush. And behind the other bush, safe and sound, are all 5 sheep. Isn't that a wonderful trick? This is a wonderful trick. Why don't you explain it to him, Chris? Explain. Oh, I forgot. We had some fun with this. We were playing Penn and Teller. So you're just going to demonstrate while I explain. All right, first of all, to do this, you'll need 7 identical coins. In this case, we use quarters. They could be nickels, dimes, even $half, as long as they're all the same. Now you tell the story about 2 thieves and 5 sheep. You say, these 2 thieves were hiding in the bushes, and your hands represent the bushes. You take one in each hand, closing your hands. And now you tell the story about the thieves stealing the sheep. And now it's very important as you reach out that you begin with your right hand first, and then alternately take coins with your left, again with your right, and your left, and your right. And you'll notice as the coins are being taken, they're being taken in a manner so you don't absolutely reveal any coins. You try to keep them completely hidden in your hands. And now the story goes that they heard the sheep herder coming back, so you replace the coins. But this time, and this is why it works, you replace them with your left hand first. Place one down alternately from your right hand. Again with your left, your right once again. He's continually keeping his hands closed so you only see what is being placed on the table. Now, the audience thinks he has a coin in each hand, a thief in each hand, but in reality, because he placed them down with his left hand on the second face of this, he has actually nothing in his left hand and 2 coins here in his right. Of course, the audience isn't aware of that. Now you say the sheep herder leaves for the night, and of course the thieves go back to steal the sheep. And now you start again with your right hand, picking up one, alternating with your left, which has nothing in it, of course, but you pick them up, and when you're finished, the actual results is you have only 2 coins in this hand and 5 here. And now you finish the story by saying, well, of course, in the morning, when they woke up and peered from around the bush, they discovered they were alone, there were no sheep, and of course the sheep were still in the meadow, all 5 of them completely free. It's a self-working trick, but it's a very graphic trick that's very fun to do.
You know, we should do the classic card effect. Will the cards match?
Oh, that's a great trick. We
You know?
talked about that earlier today.
Go ahead, Johnny. You have the honors. Spread them out.
Okay, let me spread them out.
Beautiful. Going to have 5 cards selected just by touching a card and bringing it towards yourself. Go ahead. Would you be so kind?
Mm-hmm.
Please. Perfect. You're working today, huh?
Yes.
I was just about to go and do that, but...
I'm the croupier here at the table.
Thank you. All right. So we have 5. It doesn't matter if you look at them. If you'd like to look at them, please do. Okay? And I want you to stack them on top of each other any way you want to. Perfect. Good. I'm going to rip the packet almost in half. Now, I don't want you to think I did anything weird or anything, because I want you to see there's still only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards there, okay? Mm-hmm. This is what we're going to do. We're going to spell out, will the cards match? But as we spell it, I'm going to give you the complete choice of picking either pile, and as I'm spelling the word out, you could stop me and I'll switch piles as many times as you want, okay? So we'll start off with you. Which pile do you like better? This pile here? I'm going to spell will. You could stop me at any point. W, I, L,
Stop.
right there? Okay. So we go to here. We go over here to do the last L. Okay? Place these 2 over here. Perfect. Would you be kind to select either pile? Which one do you want?
This one.
This one here? We're going to spell the. T, H,
Stop.
right there. Go to the other pile. We'll finish that with the E, right there. The next word we have is cards. Would you be kind enough to select either pile?
Mm-hmm.
Which one?
That
This one here?
Mm-hmm.
C, A,
Stop.
okay. R, D, S.
Stop.
Okay. A little late there, but you can stop me in the middle twice. It's okay.
You can go back and forth
Yeah,
every
yeah.
time. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, so we can do that with the last word if you want, which would be match. And so, why don't you tell me, which pile do you like?
That one.
That one over here? So we're going to spell match. M,
Stop.
okay. A, T,
Stop.
C,
Stop.
making me work, H. 5 random cards selected. Mix the little packet up any way that you wish to do, as we did it in 2 half piles, correct?
Yes.
Assemble them all together. The backs all match. That's because all the backs match. But the fronts,
Well, the cards match.
I think that would be freaking amazing, huh?
I can't wait to see. Oh my gosh.
No way.
Yes, yes. I still don't know how that works.
I know.
Will the cards match? Okay, I guess we'll do it right now. Listen very carefully. You take a deck of cards. You have a spectator shuffle the cards up for me. Show off.
And then you have 5 cards selected at random. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Doesn't matter what cards are selected. Could be any 5.
That's correct.
You can even have them shuffled. Doesn't matter. You proceed to rip the cards as close to down the center as possible.
Now you set one packet here to the left, and the other
You're
packet,
going to count.
you're going to reverse their order by counting them openly on the table.
And the logic behind that is you're going to say, I don't want you to think I did anything funny when I handle the cards. There are still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards there.
Now that's the whole secret to the trick, because when you look at this, you'll see they're mirror image to one another because they're in reverse order. They go from the queen to the 7 to the 9 to the 6 and to the 10. They're just in reversed order due to the fact that he counted those cards.
Now, they won't know that because you're not going to show them that.
And that's all it takes to make
Yeah.
this work.
And you just have to know how to spell will the cards match.
Well, that'd be a problem for me, so you
It's
do
going to be a
this.
challenge. So you ask them, you'll be the spectator,
Okay.
Sir, would you like me to try this with the right pile or the left pile?
The left pile,
The left
sir.
pile. You can stop me at any point. I'll switch. So I'm going to begin to spell will.
Okay.
So you could stop me anytime you want, and I'll switch to the other pile.
I will.
You will?
I will.
Here we go. Will. W. I. L.
Stop.
Right there?
Yes.
Okay.
Move to the other pile.
I'm going to guess spell
Yes.
L.
All right.
That's it. Now we're going to deal.
Those cards. And, of course, because of the reverse order, they automatically match. And once again, look at these are still in the same reversed order as they were before. 100%. Now it's the 9, the 6, the 10, and the queen. They just continually remain.
You don't
no
even
matter
have to
what.
look at that because it's a self-working trick.
That's right. No matter what happens
Right.
from now on, they're always going to end up on the 2
So
cards
let's
that
do it,
match.
Johnny. So we're going to go, which one do you like better?
That one, sir.
This one? So we're going to spell right now, the.
All right.
So stop me anytime.
Yes.
T, H, E. You
I didn't
want
wanna
to stop
stop
me.
me.
All right, well, I'm going to take the card, put it down, take this card, put it down, and now we're going to move on. Which pile do you like?
This one.
This one here?
Yes.
You sure you don't want to change your mind?
No.
Okay. Cards.
Yes.
C, A.
Stop.
Right there?
Yes.
Okay, let me continue over here with R.
Stop.
Okay, you sure?
Positive.
Continue on with D, S.
Correct.
All right, let's do it again. Which pile do you like?
That one.
You don't want to change your mind?
Not at all.
You're happy with the mind that you have?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Well, not exactly, but I'm settled for it.
Okay. Match.
Yes.
M, A,
Stop.
T, C,
Stop.
H. Here we go. So now, let's see
Because
how
of
we
the
did.
reverse
Yeah.
order, you can't miss.
Well, you're going to take the thunder now and reveal
Yes,
that
of
it
course.
works.
Absolutely.
So like
they
you.
all match.
So like you.
It's a great
I
self-working
do the work,
trick.
you get the applause.
That's correct.
Never changes, never changes. You know, this was actually quite entertaining, Johnny, going through and exposing how this effect works. But I want to take it a little further. I want people at home to see what happens with the cards. So I want to turn them face up so they can actually follow the whole thing.
Well, that's a very good idea. And then they'll see why it's a self-working trick. They don't have to worry about anything.
Glad I thought of it. Let's assume the cards have been torn. Okay? And I'm keeping them face up so that it's
And one
exposed.
pile is set down.
Yeah,
and
then
other
I'm going to
is-
say, you know, I don't want you to think I did anything funny by handling the cards. You can see that there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards there.
And as we explained earlier, that reverses the cards, as you can see here.
Hey, you have
They're
the
in
6
reverse
here,
order.
the 6 here, the 10 here, the 10 here, the queen here, the queen here, 7 here, 7 there, 9 here, 9 here.
Right, complete reverse order. And that's how the trick works. That's the whole secret. And now you'll see why it works.
And you have to just know how to spell, will the cards match?
That's why you're doing the spelling.
We're in bad shape because both of us are bad spellers, but let's try it.
All right.
You give the spectator a choice.
I'll take that pile.
You want this pile here?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to spell the word will.
Okay.
You could stop me at any point and I'll switch.
All right.
And complete the spelling of that word with the other pile. I can go back, whatever you'd like.
I
But we'll start
understand.
with this, okay?
Okay.
So we go W, I,
Stop.
right there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. L, L.
Stop.
Okay. We place each half on the table and we continue on. Select the pile.
That pile.
This one right over here?
Yes.
Okay. The, T, H, E. So you let the
Stop.
whole thing go.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. We'll remove a card here, a half a card here. Okay? Moving on. Which pile?
This one.
This one over here. Cards.
Mhm.
C, A,
Stop.
okay. R, D,
Stop.
making me work. S.
Correct.
We'll remove a half and a half.
That one.
Match. M, A,
Stop.
T, C,
Stop.
H. We'll remove a card here and a card here, and it becomes very evident why this works.
And the cards do match.
You know, Mind Freak has been an amazing opportunity for me and for Johnny as well, and everybody that's been involved.
We've had a great time.
We've done more than 40 episodes so far. We're now doing a 3rd season coming up, another 20 or 26 more episodes. It's
Yes.
been insane. But the 1 or 2 episodes that we get the most amount of mail and people on the streets talking about, always saying, hey, Chris, can you do this? Can you do this? Is, you know what, right?
Levitation.
Absolutely.
It's the biggest write-in mail we had.
Biggest show.
Yep.
Biggest show. And it was so successful in the 1st season that in the 2nd season, I decided to try to take that urban legend about
the
D.D.
D.D.
Hume,
Hume,
right?
yes.
Who purportedly floated from one building to another building,
Well,
but
it
at
was,
night.
it was really a myth.
Yeah,
but
it
he
was a myth.
actually did it.
Yeah, in the daytime we did it
Yes.
too. Yeah, so with that said, I thought it would be a great opportunity to share some of that with the people that are watching this right now and actually teach them a beginner's version of levitation that you can do anywhere at any time for really a small group of people. This is not the optimum situation, but being that we kind of know a little bit about angles, we're going to try to do this right now. And just to get a little bit historic here, tell us about the history of the Balducci levitation, which is really what it's called.
Yeah. Actually, it came from a friend of mine who, years ago, I was a harmonica player before I was a magician. And I was with a group called Borominovich's Harmonica Rascals. Later, I became part of a group called the Harmonicats. But the band leader in the Borominovich's Harmonica Rascals learned this levitation and showed it to a magician named Ed Balducci. And from this point on, it's been called the Balducci levitation. But it really came from a harmonica player, a friend of mine. And it's one of the great impromptu levitations. You can just do it about anywhere and everywhere.
So this is a great, great effect that I'd like to share with you right now. Of course, you know, if they want to see it.
I think they
All right, okay. So,
You know what? I want to see it myself. I'm going to join them.
okay, please.
Okay? It's that good.
Yeah, it is. It's one of those. I have to do it so everybody can see this, including Hammy right over here. See Hammy right there? Look at Ham. He loves this. Ready, Ham?
That's not the levitation, by the way, guys.
No, I'm just
Not
warming.
1 foot at a time.
You see that already? Everybody see my feet all right? You like that one, huh, Hammy? You like that? That is defying gravity, better known as the Balducci levitation.
And he's going to teach you how to do it. Now.
And now we're going to teach it to you. I'm actually going to even teach it to them.
Okay.
What do you think?
Go do it.
Yeah? All right. So what you got to do is, the first thing you do is you're going to basically take about 3 to 5 steps away from your audience. And you want people to be kind of, you know, in front of you. Now, if you notice, I went over here because it gives me better angle so people can't see the sides because it's all in that. So what you're going to do is you come forward, you turn to like about a 45, right, Johnny? About
45 is
degree
correct.
angle. And now I'm going to use my right leg, which is going to actually allow me to lift off the ground, which is going to look a little like this. And what's really happening is this. But when you get the right angle, it's all presentation. And I usually have that hard landing, right? And that's how you do the Balducci levitation, or what we call defying gravity, and you can do that anywhere. There's no setup, just a bit of practice, get your angles right. You're going to walk 3 to 5 steps in front of your audience, which is right in front of you, turn to a 45-degree angle, levitate about 2 inches or so on your tippy toes, keeping both your heels kind of straight. You're doing that, essentially. But you don't see that because you get the right angle.
That looks crazy. You're
right
in front of me like that. Yeah, absolutely.
The right angle. And that's the secret. Practice, practice, practice. I would suggest to do this in front of a mirror, look at it, and then do it with a video camera so you can get the angles just right. And once you've mastered that and understand that, then perform it for your friends and your family, and you'll bug them out. It's the ultimate mind freak in this DVD series. So, Johnny, it's really important to know how to practice.
Oh, yes. If you don't know how to practice, you'll be doing it wrong.
Because you're going to get the DVD, you're going to put it in the player, you're going to watch it, and instantly you're going to want to show somebody. And that's the wrong thing to do. You don't want to give the secrets away. You want to make sure you master it. So the first thing you want to do is watch the DVD, know that you've learned it thoroughly, practice it in front of a mirror.
Absolutely. You want to be able to see exactly what the layman sees.
But don't practice in front of a mirror too much because it will give you some bad habits. You'll be looking at yourself all the time as opposed to looking at what you're supposed to be doing. You want to do that to a certain point, and when you feel pretty comfortable, if you have a video camera, that would be perfect. Set it up on a tripod and perform your magic for the video camera. Watch the playback, and when you feel really good about what you're seeing, perform it for your friends and your family. Then, if they're fooled, then you perform it for some strangers. But one thing you cannot do
is tell anyone how you do the trick. Keep the magician's oath. Keep the secrets.